No, the only solution for that was pick a chick. Pick a chick, pick a chick, pick a chick. You see, this is the most famous movie that Mahesh Bhatt made. I happened to be in Bombay when my son, 32-year-old son, was dying of cancer. And he had polio. I took him to America and spent $80,000 to put him on his 2 feet. Krishnamurti, was known for his healing powers, and then he volunteered. I said, I don't believe in healing powers at all. If you have any healing powers, put in for his students right away. There is no time factor there. Because we hear in the stories that rishis, when they said something, it happened immediately. He walked on water. Luckily for him and unluckily for mankind, the water happened to be only ankle deep. He laughed. The time you see, maybe I did succeed, he was on his duty. And then he died of cancer when he was 32 years old. He became one of the top, what do you call advertising, what is it? Freelancing. Freelancing. The thumbs up, so many of these things he was doing. He made a lot of money.
Copywriter.
He was living for the first time outside of marriage with his secretary for 10 years. And then I happened to be here at the time when he was dying of cancer. First time in the newspapers, I was here in Bangalore. He was asking me, please come, I want to see you for the last time. I may not live long. So any interest in going and seeing my son? And then you see in the papers, it appeared that how can he be so unconcerned about his dying son? Valentine pressured me. So then I decided to go and see. Do you know what the headlines in the newspapers said? How can an enlightened man visit his own son so often? So it created a problem for him. All right, you see, and then he died after some time. And I happened to be there, so because the girl he was living with was not married to him, I had to sign all the papers and then also take him there to the funeral place, signed all the papers. And the next day, you see the enlightened man doing all these things. It was their problem only. Now that was the only thing. And she was carrying the ashes. And the way I treated that, you see, it surprised everybody, the hospital people and Mahesh. And her father came and he wanted to comfort me, console me. And he asked me a question, how can your son die, sir? He thought that I am a spiritual man, that I would save him, or some such thing. Why not my son? Why should somebody else's son die? So that was the thing. He made a famous movie. So it won international awards also my age. And so we were returning from that place, and she was carrying the ash, and she was crying. I asked her, don't you dare to forget that bastard who is now reduced to ashes. He used to pick a gun. 10 minutes after he was reduced to ashes, I told that girl, and I thought she would get up and throw all the ashes on my head or some such thing, and everybody was frightened. That was the only realistic advice I can give. See, if you remember all those things for the rest of your life, what damage it will do to your body, you don't know why they are now interested in celebrating the anniversary of 9th and 11th of September, all the death anniversaries of those people. Why you are doing it? They are forgetting. It becomes less and less and less in your memory, and that is very essential for your survival. You want to remind them, perform ceremonies, and then you see now they want to celebrate on a worldwide scale.
You are inviting the leaders.
Leaders of mankind. That means you don't want the people to forget it. They don't want the people to forget, you see, that event that occurred 1 year ago. So that is the only reason why you perform the annual ceremonies of your dead mother, dead father, for what? They are all dead and gone. So people don't understand. Why am I saying that?
PK guy.
Huh?
Flush out the culture.
To forget.
Don't do all this. You avoid with other things.
This is slow, you see. Otherwise, you don't seem to understand what basic thing that I am always emphasizing. The body does not accept any of the things you think you are good for me. your emotions, your feelings, your kindness, softness, gentleness, compassion you are practicing. That is the reason why you have all the heart problems.
But we are not only body, we are something else other than the body
Nothing
also.
is there, they are only body. You have been brainwashed to believe
We are
that
emotional
God-
beings.
No, emotions are put in there by your culture. You know why? You see, you have tears. The tears are there only to lubricate the eyes. If you don't do, your eyes become dry and you will go blind. That is the only reason why I have never in my life cried. Probably as a baby. I don't have any of those problems, you guys. Never. You will lose your eyes. You will become blind if you don't have the tears. Even if it is divine love, that is rejected by the body. Body is not interested in anything they say and you accept is good for the body. You have never, I tell the people, you have never meditated very seriously. If you have meditated very seriously, either you will go mad and end up in the mental hospital singing merry melodies and looney tunes or commit suicide. And then you call that jealous among. How many spiritual teachers who seriously did all those things? Even Ramatirtha, who wrote those books, 7 volumes, he committed suicide.
Even Vinoba also.
All of them,
So,
Shankaracharya there, the one before the two. Huh? Chandrasekhar Bharati committed suicide because they were. You see, I met that Shankaracharya sir, and a common friend of
Abhinav Vidyarthi.
Abhinav Vidyarthi I am talking about. Very cunning, clever, crafty bastard. I'm sorry, you see. Very sorry. I have the greatest admiration for the institution of Sanyas. It's something extraordinary.
Why?
But
There must be something there.
no, nothing in the spiritual sense.
But why is that institution?
It is why you see, that's what I told the son of that gentleman also, don't live double life. Straightforward. You see, if you can't give up sannyas, but you are going to be miserable in this world also, because you spent 19 years of your life as a sannyasi, and how can you live the life you and I are living? It is just not possible. They will be miserable there, they will be miserable here.
But if the institution is not doing anything, why this institution is there?
Why you want-
Why you respect that institution?
Not respecting, don't touch that institution at all, either destroy or continue that institution, just leave it there.
Whoever wants to follow that will follow me.
That is their affair, what have you to do?
Means
You don't-
something must be there
No,
then.
sir, nothing must be there. I am telling you
You can
one
achieve
thing.
something
I am
there.
telling you one thing. If you are finished with God, you have no reason to free anybody from their belief in God. That is what the atheists are doing. They are still related to God. If you are for any reason freed from God, you will neither want people to believe in God, nor will you do anything to see that the people are freed from their belief in God. Never. You see, I found out, I was not, you don't become an atheist, you see, and start institutions and take people away from their belief in God. God is irrelevant. Whether he exists or not, what do I care? I don't need. I never entered a temple ever since I was 7 years old. You know? So what I am saying is that don't touch, destroy those institutions, whether there is anything to it or not. That is why I am blaming Buddha. Because even the guy who started this sannyas never existed before that. I am telling you, these sages just talk from their experiences and then continue. So why he created institutions to convert the people? He did not allow women to join the order. He is the worst enemy of this country. Worst enemy. And he would have remained a very just an ordinary spiritual teacher like all the teachers like Rajneesh, like Jai Krishnamurti. But the state used that as an instrument of power. Buddhism, Christianity, Islam would have remained small cults. But the state used them as instruments of power and forced it on us. Used violence, killed people. Why you have to kill hundreds and thousands of men, women and children To preach love thy neighbor as thyself, I want. I told Gandhi, more people have been killed in the name of non-violence than violence. What the hell you are? He didn't understand when I emphasized that both violence and non-violence spring from the same source. Same source. Non-violent movements. He announced to the wide world, I have committed a Himalayan blunder, and 1 year after he started another one. And I met him, I blasted him. You don't seem to understand. You know, love and hate are the same. They are reverse and the opposite of the same coin. If any reason you want hate not to be the opposite, the one thing that you will receive from is love. It is that demand that has created, I am a selfish man, some kind of a selfishness is necessary for the survival of the living organism. But to practice as a virtue. And what is it that has turned me into a selfish man? The demand to be free from selfishness. Anything I am doing to free myself from selfishness is perpetuating this. It is very difficult to get the hang of what I am emphasizing. Opposite must never. You see, one who is trying to be free from what he is preaching others is the one that is creating all the problems. Sorry. Thank you, sir. Blessings and curses are the same.
You want any of those now?
What Brahmachari was telling me, your blessings don't work, only your curses work.
That is more powerful.
In anything you claim is the result of my being around you or my doing. Get this and get this straight.
But without knowingly something happens. What
Nothing
you are
will
responsible
happen.
for. It happens. What
You translate that and put it in the framework of your knowledge.
In one
I am
context-
telling you.
In one context,
Sir, this
he
was
asked
my
me,
problem. As a
told me,
boy,
I'm going to curse
I
Krishna.
experienced everything.
You want me to do
Even Turiya state, Turiya Atita state.
Please don't do that.
Buddy, these are all self-created experiences. You have read the descriptions, how they described the non-existent state that they were living in. Use your thought and you are experiencing the thought-induced state. Rejected it, uncondition yourself from whatever you are trying to free yourself from is perpetuating. Any movement in any direction.
But these two are bringing a lot of bondage, violence, contradiction.
Wanting to be free from the bondage is perpetuating the bondage. I am telling you. Anything you do,
No, you mean remain in the bondage.
huh?
Remain in the bondage.
Anything you are doing to free yourself from non-existing bondage.
non-existing bondage.
The demand to be free from something that does not exist. I am telling you.
Lust and greed exist.
Huh?
Created for that.
That is creating bondage and violence
The
and
demand to be free from bondage is the one that has created that bondage. So he gave a Nobel Prize and he created the nuclear weapons and created something for us which will be a nuclear holocaust. This you have seen, sir? The Hindu UG, the Times of India UG. It is only the dead structure that is moving there. And we have tremendous faith in those men. Huh? What are you talking about? How is it possible? So it's there. No need to find out what it
So
is.
what our knowledge says is should be because of a man and woman there's going to be a baby. You say. This is knowledge, no?
No, they don't think that
Mark